Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Anna and I am from All About Trucks, and thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. If you haven't hit subscribe before, please click down below and subscribe to our channel. You won't want to miss the upcoming content. Today we're going to be talking about highway use tax, which is also known as 2290, a tax that gets paid to IRS. We're going to discuss what documents are needed to file it with All About Trucks, what vehicles are subject to the highway use tax requirement, and what would happen if you miss a filing or pay it late. What is the highway use tax and who needs to file it? Highway use tax is Form 2290. It's also known as HUT. This is a tax that gets filed directly to IRS. Now, any truck that's over 55,000 pounds is required to have the 2290 filed. If your truck is below 55,000 pounds, don't worry, you're not required to get this tax paid. But anything from 55,000 up to 80,000 is required to have this done. What vehicles are subject to the 2290 requirement and how is that determined? So if your truck is over 55,000 pounds, first thing I would say is to take a look at the sticker that's on the inside of the truck door, and also combined with the weight of what your load would be, your maximum load. So if your truck is at 55,000 pounds, but you're going to haul up to 80,000 pounds, then you would be considered a semi, and you would be filing at full year would be $550 to pay IRS. Form 2290 is due essentially by the end of August each year if you're doing a renewal of your truck or your trucks altogether. However, if during the year, let's say you have an IRP account and you're adding trucks throughout the year, whether it's an additional unit or an owner-operator, you can essentially pay that 2290 upon the time of registration. The current period for 2290 runs from July 1st of 2024 to June 30th of 2025, and the upcoming period for renewal will be the same, but years will change from July 1st of 2025 to June 30th of 2026. The required deadline for all 2290 renewals would be by the end of August. So 2290 is also on a prorated schedule, meaning as the months go on, the full year is $550 for a semi-truck at 80,000 pounds. But let's say you're registering a truck at the month of December. Now you won't be paying the full $550, but we'll pay it as of December to IRS. So that would put you closer to $320 versus $550 for the full year. What documents and information are required to get your 2290 filed with All About Trucks? To get your 2290 filed with us, we'll need some basic pieces of information from you regarding the truck and your company. So that would start out with either copy of title or registration to get the full VIN. Bill of sale won't necessarily work as there could be some typos, so we definitely prefer to see a title or a registration. From there, we do need your tax ID number to your corporation. Keep in mind that 2290 cannot be paid by using your social security number. There's a common misconception there. A tax ID number is required to file with IRS. So whether you have a tax ID for your corporation or whether you have a tax ID under your personal name, we would need that. We would also need your routing and account number as IRS takes payment from your checking account. So whether it's by sending us a voided check or sending us a screenshot of your banking mobile app, we'll pull that routing and account information to save it in your file for that IRS payment. We would also need a copy of your articles of incorporation to confirm the spelling of your corporation name and to confirm your address and what a good email address is for you as well. Why is proof of 2290 needed to apply for either renewal of your IRP plates or to apply for a brand new account? Illinois Secretary of State requires that you submit a copy of your paid 2290 for the current period if you are either renewing your IRP account or applying from scratch. Now that applying from scratch depends on the purchase date of the truck. If we're applying for a brand new IRP and your truck was just purchased 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't need to pay your highway use tax right away. If it's more than 60 days from the date of registration, then we would need to get that payment done for you. However, for renewal, case is a little bit different. For renewal, any truck over 55,000 pounds is required to submit a paid 2290 during the renewal process with your payment. If a renewal goes to the state without your 2290, it will ultimately be rejected and sent back to you until the missing documentation is provided. If you miss a 2290 filing, don't worry, we can definitely still help you out. The only thing is that you'll get a letter in the mail from IRS, so keep an eye out for that. It'll come with late fees and penalties that you can only pay directly to IRS. So whether that's by credit card, by sending them a check, all those details will be in that letter for you. But still get your 2290 filed on time. No matter how late it is, you will need that paid copy for your renewal. So better late than never. Let's say you filed for the wrong weight class, which is common, we've seen that happen before. We could easily go into the 2290 system and do an amended filing. But let's say you filed for a lower weight rather than your correct 80,000 pound weight, you would have to pay a difference back to IRS, and we can take care of that payment electronically for you. Thank you for tuning into today's episode where we talked about highway use tax, how we can help, what's required to get the filing done, and what would happen if you miss a filing. But if you do have more questions, we're always happy to help. Make sure to click subscribe down below, and if you need further assistance, you can always give us a call. Thank you.